Well, Mubarak had gotten into office in 1981. He was basically put in office after Anwar Sadat was assassinated, and Sadat was not too great of a leader. You know, a lot of historians tell you he was a straight up prick. And Mubarak always seemed to take sides with Israel. And of course, you know, on the flag, ever since the Arab it became an Arab Republic of Egypt, you have the eagle of Saladin. Now, to me, it's not about no eagle of Saladin. It's the secret societies who led the revolution used the same eagle of Horus, the eagle of Babylon, the eagle of Rome, and the American bald eagle. Okay, it's no coincidence that they're using these eagles. It's no coincidence that this guy's using an eagle and he tends to be favorable toward Israel, right? And America, I mean, to the point where Egypt even had its membership in the Arab League suspended at one point because it was so favorable to Israel. Okay, anyway, so he's basically in power for a long time, and you see the different forms of government in Egypt and how they brag about, oh, we rebelled against Britain and we're no longer the kingdom of Egypt, and on, right? But just like in America, when we had our revolution against England, and the English bankers and all these bankers from other countries still control our money, it's the same in Egypt. You know, that's why in my last video I said, preferably a guy who is not on the banker's side to succeed Mubarak would be what you would want to go for. Now, me, I'm with what is right, not necessarily with one movement or another. You know, I believe in getting rid of the guy out of office, but I also believe, you know, what's going to happen then. Obviously, people have the foresight to see that they need somebody else, so a lot of these groups that are part of the revolution against the government, the anti-revolution, anti-government movement, they have somebody in mind, I'm sure. And so, you know, it goes back to this whole secret society game and phony revolutions, etc., etc. They take a real issue that you should rebel against, and they put blinders on you to what else is going on, and they get people to rebel, and then just another prick is going to be put in charge. You'll see. Unless they really do some soul searching and decide to do what God wants them to do. So, to make, you know, a long story short, I've never been really happy about, you know, how that Muslim guy who killed Egypt during a Christmas mass, I believe it was, you know, the only reason he got sentenced to death is because a Muslim guard died too. I mean, well, Islam is not necessarily a bad religion, you know. It is the people that practice it. Just like Hitler was a Christian. I mean, does that mean Christians are fanatics and Christianity creates these kind of Nazi fascist pricks who use the socialist movement to get in charge? No. See, what is going on is you know, there's religion and religious ideas. That's one thing. Then there's good people and there's bad people, you know, and that's a whole nother issue. And so when we're talking about you know, for example, you think I'm going to be against Mubarak because he's a Muslim, or because he is in Egypt, which I feel is a very African place, and the Arabs kind of moved in there. But, you know, I don't really have anything against Arabs per se. I got nothing against Islam. But I do have things against people who kill Africans, and people who side with the New World Order in order to get their agenda across. They have to get the real bad guys' agenda across too. You know, like when Jesse Jackson admitted that he was silent about abortion in exchange for power. So, you know, my biggest concern in this is that the Egyptian president is such a self-centered, deluded prick that he would stand there and watch his people stone each other pretty much to death and not lift a finger to stop it. That's why I think he should step down. If not, you know, if not all the other reasons are presented, That is the main reason. And this guy obviously shows no care for his people. Just like in the story of Solomon, when you have the two women, and one of them says, oh, go ahead, cut the baby in two. The other one goes, no, no, she can have it. You know? Solomon chose the woman who said, no, she can have it. Because the other one has no care. It's just so diluted, so self-centered, that what is right, what is just, what God wants, doesn't matter. It's just what they want. You know, that's why I think the guy should step down. Because his lack of moral integrity is just appalling.